Good morning and welcome to Sunrise. This year we are going through the book of Psalms. We are reading 3 Psalms per week, and this week we are starting Psalm 13. Or from Psalm 13, we shall be reading Psalm 14. We are going to stop at Psalm 15. And this morning, I want to start us off by just going through Psalm 13. It's a very brief psalm. It's a very short psalm. It only has 6 verses. And these 6 verses, we can divide them in 2 verses each. The first 2 verses is a lament. The second 2 verses, verse 4 and verse 3 and 4, it is a prayer. And verse 5 and 6, it is an expression of trust and confidence in the Lord, and even praise. Let's start with the lament. We see David opening this psalm with a lament, and it is not very clear the event that made David to write this lament. It is perhaps the years that he ran away from Saul. We know that David spent quite a bit of time running away from Saul, when Saul really wanted to kill him. And it could be that as he continued running away from Saul, as he continued living in the wilderness, he reached a point and wrote this lament. He expressed his emotions before the Lord. He expressed his feelings before the Lord. And he asks the Lord, "How long will you forget me? How long would I be a fugitive in my own country? How long will you hide your face from me? How long must I wrestle with my thoughts? How long will my enemy triumph over me?" He's actually feeling the enemy has the upper hand over him. And so he came before the Lord and he wrote this lament, just telling the Lord, where I am right now, I feel you have forgotten me. Where I am right now, I feel you have hidden your face against me. Where I am right now, I'm being forced to wrestle with my thoughts day in, day out. Where I am right now, my enemy has the upper hand. And what he is asking the Lord is, how long? Is this going to be my lot forever? Is this going to be the way I'm going to live forever? Is this what you have apportioned to me? And I think that one of the things we can learn from this lament is that it's okay for us to express our feelings, our emotions before God. Because, truth be told, there are those times that we feel as if God is distant. There are those times we feel as if God is unresponsive. There are those times we feel, I have prayed, I have waited, I have done everything right and possible for one to do, even as far as prayer is concerned. And what we can learn from David is that it's okay that time to express our emotions before the Lord. God knows us. God knows how we are feeling, even if we don't express them. So it's okay to express them. It's okay to take our tears before the Lord. It's okay to take our frustrations before the Lord. It's okay to take our desperation before the Lord. But number 2, David does not stop there. He goes on and still prays to God as he had known him. And so he tells God, look on me. Initially he has told God, he has turned his face against him. So now he tells God, look on me. Turn your face to me. Let your gaze be upon me and answer me. Let your gaze be upon me and answer me. Give light to my eyes. Perhaps there is something I'm not seeing which you are doing around me. Open my eyes that I may see what you are doing. Open my eyes that I may perceive what you are doing, so that I do not die in my sleep. Let me just see what you are doing. So in other words, he's telling the Lord, I know there is something you are doing. Let me see what you are doing. Do not let my enemy overcome me. And this was a time that in a state of war, it was not just individuals fighting or nations fighting. It was those nations' gods are fighting. And what David is telling God, do not let my enemies triumph over me, because if they do, then it's as if my God will have been defeated. It's as if you will have been defeated. So do not let my enemies triumph over me. Do not let my enemies rejoice that they have overcome me. And I do think that one of the things that we can learn from this prayer is that despite the frustration that David felt, the desperation that David felt, despite the fact that he felt God is distant from him, that did not stop him from praying and still trusting the Lord, that having faith that he can still continue praying. And so we can continue praying despite and in spite of how long we have waited to see the hand of God in any particular situation in our life. And finally, David expresses his full trust and confidence in the Lord when he says, I trust in your unfailing love. My heart rejoices in your salvation. And therefore I will sing the Lord's praise, for he has been good to me. And I think what is happening here is that David is going down the memory lane. If indeed he wrote this psalm when he was running away from King Saul, by then we know that he had already accomplished quite a lot. Remember, he had actually said that he had killed a lion when he was still tending his father's sheep. And a lion came to grab a sheep. He had been able to kill a lion. He had killed a bear that had done the same. At this time, he had killed Goliath. And so he looks back and says, actually, God has been there in my life. God has been good to me. God has delivered me. I have experienced God's salvation. Remember, by this time, he had already been anointed as a future king. Instead of any of his brothers, older brothers. He was the youngest. You remember when Samuel went to his father's home, and Samuel was not even shown David, because David was thought to be such a small boy tending the sheep in the field, but yet he's the one who ended up being anointed. So he looks back and tells the Lord, I have experienced your goodness. I've experienced your salvation. I've experienced you in my life. And therefore, I will praise you. Therefore, I will trust you that even in the current situation, you will come through for me. And as I wait for your deliverance in the current situation, I will concentrate in praising you. I will concentrate in worshiping you. I will concentrate in your goodness that you have in the past shown me. And so we can learn that when situations are hard, when things are not going the way we had planned, when we are waiting on the Lord, even at that time when we feel God is distant and has turned his face against us, we can go down memory lane and we shall see incidences where God has come through for us, where God has delivered us, where God has saved us, where God has provided for us, where God has come through for us in a big way, of our family, of our nation. And when we go down the memory lane and concentrate on what God has done for us in the past, it gives us the grace and the strength to overcome the current situation, or to bear through the current situation, knowing so well that it is the same God who has been with us in the past. Therefore, I really invite you to once again go through this Psalm 13, go through Psalm 14, go through Psalm 15 in the course of this week, and I wish you God's blessings as you do this. Amen.